I know recently there was one that you guys regarding, correct me if this is wrong, it's multiplayer events.
Yes.
And joining them, and there was a workaround which I know did work for some people, but it didn't work for others. So we looked a little bit further into this, and I do have good news. This should hopefully be fixed in this week's update, which, by the way, will be rolling out within the next day or so. So just bear with us while we get that all set.
And this was specifically the issue where you would start a multiplayer event and it would go, the event immediately failed.
Yes, it would quit you out, whether it be an activity or just failed event. So yes, that will be fixed.
And that was a real headache to track down.
Oh yeah, we had all sorts of variations. It was quite hard to pinpoint the reason, and I know it was affecting quite a bunch of our community.
I played a bunch of the game in Lego Valley and just had it happening sometimes and other times not happening until I twigged to what was happening was if I started an event while the old event was still active, then I could go in and start one fine. So it was one of these things where on the surface of it, it looks like there's something broken here, but yes, there is, but what exactly is it? What exactly is the piece of this machine that isn't working? And once we found it, I mean, it was quite easy to stomp it out. But I mean, for everyone who created tickets and raised tickets and sent in videos of this happening, that is all incredibly helpful because it helps us track these things down.
Oh yeah, like I always mention this each week because I have a lot of people that is like, hey, fix the game, I've got this bug, and that's great, but you know, we need the information. There's so much factors out there, whether it be, you know, sometimes it can just be the car you're in, the place you're in, whether you're PC or Xbox. Like that stuff is very relevant, and the more videos we have as well, like it's a lot easier for us to sort of reproduce and try to test it as well.
The really crazy thing about this particular issue was we absolutely could not reproduce it on our internal servers. We just couldn't. It was only once we did some, so there are things that we can do to the builds that make it think that it's a release build without actually being one. And once we did that, we could start seeing it being reproduced, but not in any other situation. It was quite
hard to
really
get
difficult to track that one down.
Yeah.
But
we did it.
Should be fixed, so that's good. So just kind of looking down, I mean, the usual range of fixes and stability upgrades and preventing people from driving underwater in certain circumstances.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like to test our rivers and whatnot, especially in summer and spring.
So there are situations where you can not now drive underwater.
Yes, it just resets the car.
You're in the James Bond submarine.
Unfortunately, even if you're in the James Bond submarine.
Especially if you're in the
Yes. And then we just yeah. I was going to say something awful like, then we just delete your save game. But I shouldn't even.
Torben!
Don't even joke about that.
Banhammer!
I'm sorry, guys. Ooh, that's yes.
Harsh.
Yes, absolutely.
But anyway.
Yes. So, I mean, that was the one I was really tearing my hair out about that PvP issue because it was.
Oh, that was frustrating. I mean,
absolutely.
So I think it was even affected. Like I know it was affecting even 1010 themselves when they tried to, and streamers when they tried to play with people. It was quite affecting them. So at least that's hopefully now been fixed. Is there anything else? I think we've got a few little like quality of life sort of
I mean,
fixes.
the usual range of quality of life fixes. People who play in different languages to English. There's a language selector that operates within the game now. Just a bunch of different quality of life stuff to improve how the game works.
So like I say, guys, make sure you keep letting us know about all these bugs. We will try and get through them all. Don't forget, you can submit them please to the support site. Just want to reiterate, you can send them us on Discord, you can send them us on Twitter, but we don't always see them. I try to get through everything, but the best thing is we will still direct it to the support site because sometimes, as we were saying, it's quite hard for us to pinpoint, and we will sometimes potentially need information which you might not put publicly, or we might need some details, especially if you're on PC regarding your stats.